Hello, I'm Robot Spacer, and I'm gonna build this giant transforming Optimus Prime LEGO set. The box is quite large, and it is 1,508 pieces. So it's, I believe the Cantina set that I built a while back is like twice that. So it's not as huge of an undertaking as that set was, but I did some math, and I looked at all the LEGO streams I've done so far, and I average approximately 2 LEGO pieces assembled per minute. So based on that, I figure this will take me a little over 12 hours to complete, so probably about 4 streams worth. And hello, Val, good to see you. Let me hit the right button here. As you can see in the corner here, this model converts from truck to robot. Very exciting. There's a full illustrated view of how it works. And also got lots of pieces. My monitor unfortunately makes it difficult to show the bottom of the box. I can't quite get it all in. I'll do it sideways. Hello, Robot's friend. So we've got the matrix of leadership. We got it's like a alternate front plate. An Energon cube. We got this energy axe situation, and then of course his standard rifle. And let's see, this measures in robot form 13.5 inches tall, a little bit over a foot, and about 7 inches wide. Oh, he's also got a little jetpack, very nice. Did I say hello, Robot's friend? Welcome, great to see you. Marathon stream. Oh no, definitely not. Though that would be interesting. Let's say interesting. So I think we might as well get into this. I've got Unsecret Crush's little Gundam set here, which has a couple of useful tools. Let's see, we've got little sticker applicator tweezers, which will come in handy at some point. And then also the X-Acto knife to open up the box here. First, let me figure out how that works. You know, they often have these boxes open up in kind of a weird way. Oh, okay. So they always do these tabs so you can just like punch it in, and then like it's perforated so you can tear it open. And I usually do that because, you know, it's just a box. I'm not worried about it being in perfect condition. But then I often kind of regret it, especially because it's hard to like close it back up. Like, I'm going to keep the box, right? If I ever want to disassemble it, I'm going to want to put everything back in the box, and then this doesn't close up normally anymore. So I'm trying to think of, this is I can't just open the bottom flap because it's like, there's a part that goes under here. So I'm just trying to think of the best way to do this. I think I'm going to start by just kind of seeing if I can separate this. This may not work. I'm going to do my best to not accidentally cut myself at least. And Secret Crush says, I feel like calling it my Gundam Toolkit makes it sound like I'm more of a Gundam guy than I actually am. Yeah, I think that's also funny though. Personally. If I don't make any progress here, I'll just tear it open the normal way. Honestly, I forgot they do this with their big sets. Otherwise, I would have thought more about this beforehand. Hey, Civil Cronball, nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. I need like a non-sharp thin thing. Maybe we got another tool in here that would work? Maybe not. I'm making progress here. Okay. I'm almost there. It's not going to be perfect, but I think this is a little bit better than just tearing it open. Okay. We're in. Oh, heck, that's a lot of Legos. Okay. So, first thing we want to do is find the instructions and then also the bags with the number 1 on them. Oh, got lots of tires. Nice. Oh, that's a 5. This is a fun bag. Lots of orange and pink pieces. Kind of purpley pink. It's a nice color. There's our manual. And stickers. There's number 1. What's this? Is this just a little ad thing or something different? Oh, okay. So this is a little notice that they're making their packaging more sustainable. We're transitioning from single-use plastic to paper-based packaging. As we progress, you may find a mix of paper and plastic in our boxes. Oh yeah, this actually has a picture. So they're switching to these nice, simple brown paper bags instead of the plastic ones, which I think is great. Honestly, I've gotten 2 sets now with this notice in it, and I'm a little disappointed that I haven't gotten any of those bags. Just because it'd be interesting to see one, and also like I would prefer to have just some recyclable paper bags instead of these plastic ones. Okay, it looks like sometimes there's multiple bags with the same number, but I think we just have one. So I'm going to go ahead and set everything else aside. And then we'll open up the manual. Oh, I should have moved my microphone over. Hey, Jabberwocky, good to see you. Need to move things around a little here. Tangent, can I ask what your keyboard is? Yes, thank you for asking. I think this might be the first time someone asked. Oh no, I don't have. I have to use my keyboard to do my command. I set up this little command here, so you can get a link to exactly what my keyboard is. But I will also tell you this is a drop alt keyboard. With keycaps, MT3 extended 2048 keycaps by Bip? Not sure how you pronounce their username, but very Mac inspired design. Got the little Mac Finder guy here in the corner, and of course we got our Mac command key and everything. I wanted to build a keyboard that had vibes of the original Macintosh keyboard that I grew up with, and I started thinking about that and then came across this keycap set and was very excited about it. Yeah, I like the layout. I was a little worried I would be missing too many keys, but the way Drop does their keyboards, at least, you can customize things quite a bit. And then also, like, I have this key set up as a modifier, so like I can hold down this and press these number keys to get my F keys, and stuff like that. And so it works out pretty well. I don't know that I would use it for like everyday programming type stuff, but it's great for this computer that we use for just streaming and gaming and stuff like that. Oh, right. This bottom piece is like there's a little plaque that comes with it. So this will go on that. Give you all the stats. Pretty good stats. Kind of OP, honestly. But that's Optimus Prime for you. Let's see. He's got a 8 in speed and firepower. Interesting. I'm a little surprised that firepower is only an 8, but I guess that kind of makes sense. Like, strong, max strength, intelligence, endurance, rank, courage, skill. Which a little less than perfect in speed and firepower. Okay, it is the front. Nice, minimal design. Got too many things up in here. Let's put that over there. Okay. Oh, nice. Got a very cool comic cover here. Text says, Autobots convert and roll out. What started off in 1984 as a series of toy robots that could quickly change into other forms became a global cultural phenomenon encompassing comic books, video games, animations, and live-action blockbuster movies. It's little wonder generations of fans continue to follow the epic battles between the Autobots and Decepticons for control of the planet Cybertron and beyond. This LEGO model of Optimus Prime, the charismatic leader of the Autobots, is the first time the Transformers universe is represented in LEGO bricks. Enjoy. Culinary, thank you so much. A whole year. Heck, I am unable to express how much I appreciate all that support. Thank you. Hey, EO, thank you. Yeah, I have been working on Valis. Heck, thanks. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. We talked a little about this the other day, but my actual 12-month affiliate anniversary is on January 2nd. So sometime in early January, I'm gonna do like a special stream to thank everyone. And I haven't yet, but I'm gonna chat about it on our Discord at some point. Hinton, thank you so much. 4 months. Happy Optimus Prime Day to you as well. Great to see you. So for that 1 year anniversary, I'm gonna do a special longer stream. Not sure exactly how long, but Silver Streak did an anniversary stream recently, and I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. It was a lot of fun and just a nice way to kind of say thank you to folks and do something a little different. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I have a bunch of different ideas. But I'll chat about that in Discord. I'm currently compiling a list of ideas, then I'll ask other folks for ideas, and then we'll kind of figure out what would be the most fun for everybody. Oh gosh, you got a lot more text here. I feel like I might have missed some chat. Let me make sure. Okay, all caught up. Got a nice illustration of Optimus Prime here in battle. Or maybe he's just kind of posing with Cybertron burning around him. He's almost doing a dab, but not quite. Optimus Prime, the true hero of the Transformers universe, is Optimus Prime, a powerful leader defined by his strong moral character and heroic feats on the battlefield against his arch-enemy Megatron and the Decepticons. He carries the Matrix of Leadership, an ancient and powerful artifact that gives him upgraded abilities and knowledge of all Cybertronian history. There may be faster Transformers with more potent firepower, but everything else in the stats reinforces Optimus Prime's position as a dedicated leader and fearless warrior. Now we have some shots of the set, and also I assume this is the designer of the set. One shall stand, one shall fall. Just like the original toy, this LEGO model of Optimus Prime is capable of turning from robot mode to truck mode and back. It also comes with many of his iconic accessories, an ion blaster, energon axe, jetpack, and the Autobot Matrix of Leadership. It also has an energon cube to give him energy to battle his evil foes. From the LEGO design team. Transformers was what inspired me to become a toy designer, so I was very excited to use LEGO bricks to bring Optimus to life. There were many challenges in designing this model to make it both stable, dynamic, and faithful to the design of Optimus. The most fun challenge, however, was getting him to change between modes without disassembly. To do this, I built block shapes of the major components, adjusting proportions to match both the robot and the vehicle. The transformation has to be as simple as possible without compromising the look of either mode. That's Joseph Patrick Kide, Senior Designer. And now it's time to start building. So this, they always start out with like kind of a summary of like each major section of the build. And we got a little tutorial on the brick separator. So we'll probably at most build this much if we're lucky today. This text here says, according to his original bio, Optimus Prime is the largest, strongest, and wisest of all the Autobots. He feels his role is the protection of all life. So I'm going to open up bag number 1 and get started. Toy designers are cool. There's our separator. I've got, I never had one of these growing up. I don't know if they didn't exist when I was in my prime LEGO childhood years or what, but I never had one. Now I have several of them, but I've almost never used them. I think maybe once or twice. The trick is if you don't mess up, you don't need them. So simply don't make mistakes. I've almost every set I've streamed, I've made some like significant mistake. Like I just missed something that I didn't notice until later. But I think usually I end up getting things apart without the separator. Very nice shiny piece. Got another little bag here. Oh, Hinton said, I have no idea what that thing is. So you can use it to, I didn't focus on the little tutorial graphic very much. But let's say you, trying to find a bigger piece to demonstrate with. Like, say you put a piece on and you're like, ah, heck, that's not where that goes. Oh yeah, a flat piece is actually a better demonstration. Yeah, let's do this. So like these flat pieces can be a little tricky to get off, right? And this kind of gives you a little bit of leverage. It's still kind of tricky, honestly. I feel like if you can kind of get a nail under there, it sometimes works better. It'd be hilarious if I couldn't pull this off. But you can also like kind of do this thing to get a little bit of leverage. And I'm trying to understand these other situations it's showing. So I guess you could do the kind of the same thing underneath, and then it's got like a little peg. So if you have a piece with a hole in it, then you can stick it in there to help pop things off. Did something happen to the stream? I wasn't looking. Okay, we're still here. All right. Sounded like Civic Cornball had a problem. And then Hinton said, oh no, what have I done? Which made me worry Hinton had an issue as well. All right. Maybe that was about me getting the piece stuck. We'll worry about that later. It's fine. Okay, let's get rid of these bags. And now I got to figure out how to arrange things here. I think we'll stick the manual over here. Seems pretty good for now. Okay, so we got this and this. Step one complete. And then we need these. It's got a little sparkle on it, so I guess we need shiny round pieces. This is a little bit shiny. I think this is probably the piece they're referring to. It's subtle. I am gonna continue looking for other pieces just to make sure I've got the right ones. Because like it's not nearly as shiny as this little guy. Just looked on the LEGO New Zealand website to see if maybe I could pick up a fun set for the weekend, and why did no one tell me how much this stuff costs? Yeah, they're not cheap. Honestly, the first big Lego set I bought recently, OK Retro Zone did a stream of building the Razor Crest from the Star Wars Mandalorian show. And I really enjoyed watching them build that. And like, I was like, I could get a set. Like the Cantina set is so cool. And I was like, that's so much money. But being able to build it on stream and share that experience with other folks definitely helped talk me into spending the absurd amount of money on a Lego set. And plus, as I understand, like these sets, especially since, you know, some of them are kind of limited, hard to get a hold of, like they have pretty good resale value. So, you know, if you, ever decide you've bought too many Lego sets and don't know where to put them, or, you know, you simply want to, you know, enjoy building one and then give it to someone else to get some enjoyment out of it, that's certainly an option as well. Oh, it's time. I need this piece. We'll get it off. It turns out Lego kids have income now. Yeah, I was thinking of before stream, like I keep telling myself, okay, I can't buy any more big Lego sets. Like even small ones, it has to be something I'm really really excited about, just because like, oh, we got it, nice. I don't have anywhere to put them. Especially our house has been a mess. Like, I've mentioned on previous streams, like we had some basement flooding a while back, and this was like right before the pandemic, and like we had been kind of in the middle of figuring out where to get new basement flooring so we could put all our stuff back in the basement. And then the pandemic kind of put that on hold for a long time, and like we're just now finally getting back to like, okay, we need to like start this process over again and figure out everything so we can have that usable space again. Anyways, I got way off on a tangent, but yeah, just like they keep coming up with sets that just are exactly what I need to like convince me to buy a set that I should not be buying. Like this Optimus Prime set, like the fact that it transforms without disassembling it and stuff, and definitely Transformers were a big part of my childhood. Like the G1 Transformers, very very much so. So yeah, they've gotten exceptionally good at designing sets that appeal to adults with income to spend on these things. Like some of the sets they do are wild. Like, have y'all seen? They've got like I think it's 5 feet tall Eiffel Tower set. They've got this Titanic set that's, I don't know, I feel like it's 6 feet long or something. And that's like, I think it costs close to $1,000, I want to say. US. Just wild. Okay, is this... I'm trying to find this piece here. I think that's it. Also, like when I'm chatting a bunch while doing things is like the most dangerous time. So I'm just doing a quick check to make sure I didn't miss anything. Do I want to build the apartments from friends? That's a great question, Hinton. Some of those little like TV show set pieces, like the Seinfeld set comes to mind. Stuff like that. They're neat little sets. They're not the kind that would like convince me to buy a set. But I guess like the Star Wars Cantina is kind of like the variation on that appealed to me the most. Lego Titanic is a mere $679.99. Wow. Honestly, I thought it was much closer to like, I would have expected like $8.99 at least. But that's still a tremendous amount of money for a Lego set. Okay, we need some little guys with arms. You know. Little arm guys. Oh, that's different. That's a different kind of arm thing. One more. There it is, hiding. Hey, David Alexander. Robot spacer in disguise? Is a robot spacer a transformer? Great question. Oh, I was thinking before stream, I had a funny story to tell. As you might guess from my username, I'm a big fan of robots. I know this is a shocking surprise. But I have been a big fan of robots pretty much my whole life. In fact, I want to say it was when I was around 6, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure if it was like preschool or early grade school, but I have somewhere this sheet of paper from school where it's like a list of all the students that were in my class and what we wanted to be when we grew up. And almost all of the other entries on this are like, you know, normal things like firefighter or teacher. Mine says robot. I wanted to be a robot. And honestly, the best thing about this is like, nobody was like, no, you have to pick a normal job. Like they were just fine with that. They let me put that down. And I think that's great. I'm still not a robot, but I feel like I've come to terms with that, and I enjoy my adult life as a robot spacer. Jabberwocky says, does it float at that price? Great question. It is over 53 inches, 135 centimeters long. So that's not quite 5 feet then. Okay, I think we got all our little arm guys on here. We need these 2 red pieces. Where's the other one? There it is. Okay. So these go here. It's never too late to be a robot. That is true. Absolutely. I'm curious what specific part we're building here. So we're building this whole section. So we're probably building like an inside piece of this red chunk here, I'm guessing. Okay. I guess we're setting that aside for a minute. All right, we got a lot of pieces here, so I'm going to count these all out. I need 2 of those. 1 of those. 1 square. 1 little square. 1 little 3x3. Oh, that's an interesting piece. I feel like I've seen bigger chunks like that much more often. And a couple of these little guys. Okay. Should be everything. Oh, I just one of the things I really enjoy about building Lego sets is just like seeing how different pieces get used. And a detail I just remembered about the Eiffel Tower set. There's some little pieces. There's just like a little decorative piece along the side of like, it's like a third of the way up. There's like this railing, and it's got these little curved bits that come off it. And the piece on the Eiffel Tower set is in black. So, you know, it looks like it's just, you know, a piece of the Eiffel Tower. But it's actually the same piece they use to be a hot dog in other sets, which is fantastic. And like, once you know that, it's like, yep, that's a hot dog shape, all right. Oh, I grabbed a piece from over there instead of the pieces I set aside. That's dangerous. These two. Okay. And, oh, this is the opposite of what I need. Hadn't considered that. Okay, that's the one. So we built this, and now we will attach it to the other section we built. I think that's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I feel like probably this is where the front of the vehicle, like his chest piece and also like the window part of the truck form, is probably going to attach onto there. Hot dog only build speedrun. Didn't they do a cherry bonsai set where the cherry blossoms were tiny frogs? Yes. That sounds very familiar. According to the Googles, September 26th is National Robot Day. Fantastic. I'm not sure I knew that was an event. Honestly, there's pretty much a national day for anything at this point, I suppose. Okay, so now I think we're basically building, the opposite side, so a mirror image of just what we just made. So I'll probably need this piece this time. I need two of these. One of those. One of those. Got that. Got that. Two more of these. Put it on the calendar. Good idea. Okay. Who is your favorite robot in film? Ooh, that's a very difficult question. So a thing I struggle with a lot, I've been thinking about this a lot recently. I've often thought that I have kind of a bad memory, but I don't know that that's true. I think the issue I struggle with is that my brain it's hard for me to dig up stuff from my brain in a way that a lot of people are able to do just fine. Like if you ask me who's my favorite robot in film, I'm blank. Like obviously Optimus Prime is an option. I need some like thing to make a connection to the information in my brain, or like at least a lot of time to like call that information up. Robot from Rocky IV? What is that? Is there a I don't know that I've ever seen beyond the first Rocky movie. Is there a person named Robot? Robbie the Robot. That's a good one. I do like in the original Transformers movie, the events surrounding Optimus Prime in that movie are pretty dang great. Also, Rodimus Prime has some pretty great moments in that as well. Hot Rod and his journey to becoming Rodimus Prime is pretty cool. Fact, Optimus Prime is far superior to Rodimus Prime. I think that's a fair assessment. Welcome, Eden Waith. Good to see you. There is a robot at the beginning of Rocky IV. Okay, fascinating. I had no idea.
Hello.
Hello. What are some other good robots in film? The Iron Giant.
Yes.
Very good film and robot.
Wall-E? Did you already get Wall-E?
Wall-E, fantastic. Eve, also very good.
Yes.
TARS, that's one of the robots in... Oh, crap. What's... Moon? Moon, right?
Oh. It's been too long since I've seen Moon.
But yeah. Very good. Interstellar. Okay, thank you. Wait, isn't there a robot in Moon, though?
I mean, there's...
Who's that?
I don't know if it's a robot. I know there's like a little smiley face on a screen.
Yeah.
That he talks
Maybe it's just more of a computer that I'm thinking of. Okay. Johnny Five from Short Circuit, very good, yes.
I didn't say that one because I assumed it would have been mentioned already.
Mo from Wall-E, also good, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, David Alexander says, hello, Stream Ghost.
Hello, I am, to peel back the curtain a little bit, this room is also where wet laundry hangs to dry.
Yes.
So that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay, I think we're done with this piece and ready to attach it.
One of the many duties we force this one tiny room to perform because our basement is not fully operational.
Right. HAL 9000, I would say, does not count as a robot. That's a computer. Like, I think...
Yeah, he's like
I think an
computer
important
system.
distinction between a computer with, like, you know, it could have, like, I feel like HAL has kind of a face, right? Like,
Yeah.
the light gives it kind of a face.
He doesn't have his own discrete body.
Right. Like, a robot needs to have a body of some sort. It needs to be able to move around on its own outside of, like, an environment.
I guess
Yes.
is a very good robot.
Though I do think the question was robot in a movie, if I recall correctly.
Okay.
Certainly robots in games opens up a whole nother category.
Movie,
That's true.
so that counts.
That's true. In many shots, TARS was actually a puppet. Interesting. Makes sense, though.
I keep trying very much to come up with like a niche answer. Like I feel like Wall-E or Iron Giant are kind of like the obvious choices, I guess. So I'm trying to come up with something that's like more niche, more obscure, and I am not doing a good job. Does anyone remember Armitage the Third?
I know, like, that's a thing I was familiar with, but did not ever watch myself.
Okay. I can't remember if she was a robot or maybe she was a cyborg. I think she must have been a cyborg because she does get pregnant at the end, I think.
Oh.
So, maybe she doesn't count. Tachikomas from Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
Very good robots.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to leave again.
There's so many good robots, Sal. Okay. Chappie. You know, never saw that one. Also, was there another? What about David Alexander said, what about Gort from The Day the Earth Stood Still? And then Eden Waith said, was that Gort the inspiration of Gort from Quest for Glory 5? Great question. What are androids in Blade Runner? Synthetic creatures. So that's a good question. Like, I feel like when you have a robot that is designed to look like a real human, like, you know, in a way that, you know, perhaps would be indistinguishable, that maybe starts to become something a little different. I guess I feel like there's a line somewhere where it stops being a robot, and I don't know what that line is. But yeah, I feel like synthetic creature is like something like that is a little more descriptive of what they are. Okay, Valis says, according to the book, they are robots with biological parts. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like they've got some amount of, like, you know, not biological or, you know, non-mechanical parts. So like if they were entirely built of like synthetic or biological types of parts, then they would not be robots. But if like, again, I feel like there's a weird line there. Replicant's not sure what to classify as a robot, but maybe an evolution of a robot. Yeah. Sentience is what most people consider the line. Sentience. Okay. That's interesting. So like, but see, I guess I feel like the line has more to do with the body. Like if you have, you know, like a very obviously like metal mechanical robot body with a sentient AI inside it. And now I'm thinking if Silver Streak could just appeared in chat. Yeah, these are all very great questions. Okay, so we're done with this page and we're on to this page. Also, Silver, I hope you're doing well. We are. If you have any feedback on the topic of, like, we're talking specifically about, like, someone brought up the androids in Blade Runner. You know, what is the line where a thing becomes no longer a robot? Also, I always get so behind on my shout outs and various things like that. I completely missed giving Culinary a shout out. But if y'all aren't following these wonderful streamers, you should check them out. Oh, I can't. The native shout out has a cooldown, I guess, because it pops up a little thing saying to follow. So you gotta wait till that first one disappears. There we go. So you're addressing human-robot interactions, which is a whole nother topic. True. Oh, Twitch, you goofball. All right, let's build some more Legos here. I'm getting ahead of myself. I started looking over here. Okay. There we go. Need some smooth pieces. Silverstreak says, super high level. Does it view its body as its primary form and would have reservations if it was suddenly no longer part of that body? Then it's likely a robot that is sentient. If it's primarily used to its form being AI code disembodied and is okay with jumping in out of its body or getting it replaced entirely, and it is a sentient AI which may or may not have a robotic body, frame, etc. I think that makes sense. So you could have, an entity much like yourself, Silver, that is an AI in a robot body, but like if they consider that body to be like part of them, like an intrinsic part of them, like if they were separated from that body, then they would not be themselves anymore. Then that would make them a robot. I think that makes sense to me. If a machine is haunted, does that count as a robot? Good question. I would say no. I would say it's just a haunted machine. This is based off a bunch of theory that I read before writing up my lore, so it's based on some current thinking, but none of it is hard definitions, so take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, and also I feel like, it's not necessarily important to, come to a strict definition of, what is a different type of thing. I think it's okay and good to have some, like, level of fluidity there in how you define things, or at least willingness to reconsider. I love these red pieces. Just very bright. Little green ones. Where's the green on Optimus Prime? Not sure. Secret Crush says, kicks door in. Did anyone say Crow T Robot or Tom Servo yet? No, which is a darn shame. Both wonderful robots indeed. Johnny 5, robot that is sentient. EDI from Mass Effect. Mass Effect sentient AI with a robot body. Yeah, for sure. Historical literature classifies haunted machines as robots. Very interesting. Commander Data from Star Trek TNG, sentient robot, specifically a sentient android. Yeah, right. Like the difference between robot and android is interesting. Take C-3PO, for example. I guess I would, obviously Star Wars calls him a droid. But I would say robot is somewhat more applicable than android, but also android, I wouldn't at all say that is incorrect. I guess I feel like there's a point where like a robot could be referred to correctly as a robot or an android, and then there's a point like where it has like something that appears like skin, like less metal, that it's more definitively an android, I guess. So complicated. It says, turns out there's lots of robots I don't know. If that was in response to Crow T Robot and Tom Servo, those robots are from Mystery Science Theater. Android is trying to simulate humanoid as much as possible. Yes. And then Silver says C-3PO is an android, R2-D2 is a robot. Valis says C-3PO is a low-passing android, which I think is a reasonable way of putting it. Oh, look at those beautiful Mystery Science Theater emotes. Very nice. I haven't in a while, but we used to watch their streams on Twitch pretty regularly. Very good time. All right. I feel like we've been chatting so much. This is going to be well below my average of 2 Lego pieces per minute, but we'll see. Personally, I'm fine with that. You know, this will take however long it takes. That's totally fine. I'm trying to find this flat red piece. There it is. And a couple of these. I did everything else up to here, right? Yeah. Okay. I think we're good. So, all right, we're building on here now. So we got kinds of stuff to place on top. Yeah, I haven't watched any of the newer Mystery Science Theater stuff. And Secret Crush says, I tried to watch a stream recently. It was interrupted by ads literally every 3 minutes. Oh, geez. What? That seems weird. I'm using literally figuratively as I did. As I did not time it, but the ads were going off way too frequently. I see. And there's the other one. Oh, we need 4 of these. Camera briefly went out, but it's fine now. Oh no. Like the desk camera or the me camera? I'm just asking so I'm aware of what is behaving strangely. C-3PO and the Phantom Menace was a puppet using the same Japanese puppeteering method that the makers took with TARS in Interstellar. Interesting. I feel like there were at least... Maybe I'm thinking of the later prequels. I feel like Anthony Daniels had some involvement, like on set, not just doing the voice, but I might just be thinking of the later prequels when he had some coverings. Desk cam. My camo app's been being weird. I don't know what's going on. Like, there was a stream, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, it's been a while now, where my notes cam just suddenly went blank, and I looked into what was going on, and the camo app was just no longer running, which was very strange. And then earlier when I was getting ready for stream, I noticed that it did kind of the same thing. I came back to the computer and it was no longer open. Like it hadn't crashed or anything. It just wasn't running anymore. And I don't know how to troubleshoot that. Jabberwocky says, yeah, he did the puppeteering, but his character didn't get covered until Attack of the Clones. Okay. Neat. Okay. Starting to get more form to it. we got these little transparent green pieces coming up. Interesting. Oh, I think they might be kind of hidden on the inside. You know, I just remembered one of the Lego sets I streamed was the Fiat 500 set. That's this little yellow car. Like if you've seen Castle of Cagliostro or like any of the Lupin stuff, I think it's been in other Lupin stuff, but they had this exact same little yellow Fiat, and someone posted a link to an auction for like that exact car in that same yellow, and man, that was neat. What a fun car. I am a big fan of small cars. My dad has a Mini Cooper, original, when they were really small, that we had when I was a kid. Is actually, shoot, where did that come from? Some relative, and it was originally used for like rally races, and it's got like inside the rear window, like there's this little ledge that's just like, you know, part of the car, and it's got all these tiny little plaques that are like from different races it's been in and stuff. It's a very neat car. It's that one's a green, like kind of a forest green, I guess maybe you'd call it. Darker, muted green with a white top. Very nice color scheme. We used to go to these things called mini meets, like basically like a bunch of people that had Mini Coopers would meet up and hang out, I guess. I don't. It seems like such a weird thing to describe, but like I guess, you know, it's not really different from any other kind of, you know, meet up for a niche interest. They would do like a big panoramic photo of everybody standing by their cars, which was really cool because it was done as like as a film camera. They didn't even have, I mean, certainly not good digital cameras back then. So as a film camera that would actually pan fairly slowly across you know, all these cars with their owners standing next to them. And a fun, at least one year, someone like stood on one side and, you know, stood perfectly still while the photo was taken. And then once the camera had panned past them, ran, you know, around behind the camera and came in on the other side so that they were in the photo twice. And I always thought that was pretty hilarious. And then these mini meets, like, you know, they'd also do like little rally races and stuff like that. More of a family focused rally race than like a real, you know, a real rally race. Okay, so we're putting on some pieces here that I think are going to be like hinges for the front, where you open it up and put in the matrix of leadership. Very exciting. Silver says, I would love the Mini Cooper, but I can't fit in current models right now. The seats don't go far enough back for my weird long leg to torso ratio. Yeah, like, and the original ones are like way, way smaller than that. Although, like, I almost feel like I remember my dad commenting that like the room for seating is not necessarily any worse, just because the way it's designed, like you're very close, you're much closer to the ground, and like the like thickness of the roof is a lot smaller than in a modern vehicle and stuff like that. And Secret Crush says, it's fascinating that your experience of this kind of photo is at car enthusiast meetups, because mine is church congregation photos. That is very fascinating. Yeah, I mean, a lot of my childhood experiences are through the lens of car-related stuff. Thanks to my dad. Also, I was in the middle of talking. Thanks for that follow. Smiling Cat with Tail. Welcome. I hope you are doing well. Geez, almost 6 o'clock already? What the heck? Had a late start today because I was up far too late playing Genius Invocation TCG, a card game that they just added to Genshin Impact, and also watching some different streamers play various games. I think it was about 5 a.m. when I finally went to bed. Silver says, I actually wanted a smaller car, and there were some really cool 3-wheel cars supposedly coming out. Interesting. But then one business folded and the other won't be out for a few years. So I have a 2019 Civic Coupe right now instead. Our current car, if you can call it that, is a Ford Fiesta. Which is a nice size, I think. It's currently in the shop, which is why I say if you can call it that. It's been in the shop for a couple months waiting for a part to get in stock. We were gonna go up to a slightly bigger Ford Focus for our next car, but then they stopped making them. Ford stopped making all small cars, and like a lot of other companies kind of did the same thing as well, at least in the US market. I guess they're just not selling well enough here. Everybody wants some enormous monstrosity. Unsecure Crush says, I don't know if they did them every year, but the church printed a directory regularly that was basically like a yearbook. Professional photographers set up to take family photos for everyone to be printed in the book. And then usually Sunday school groups would have panoramic photos done. Neat. Culinary, finally out of meetings for the day. Congrats. Very glad to hear that. I keep getting thrown off about what day it is. I've had a very unusual week. Staying up too late, and also like either Unsecret Crush or I have been streaming almost every day this week, which is weird. Lots of different things to throw off my like sense of time this week. Okay, that's what I just did. And now we're here. Now we need this different type of little arm piece. 2 of those. And a couple of these clear blue pieces. How goes your Genius Invocation? It goes pretty good. I think I'm at level 3. Like, I think kind of the last thing I did last night, I kept doing like, oh, I'll just do this one more thing and then I'll wrap up for the night. But I think the last thing I did was like, as you get to certain like rank levels, you have to do an ascension challenge with Prince, the cat, who is in charge of running the game events. So I did a battle against Prince. I lost the first time, but improved my strategy for the second go around, and did very well on that second attempt. So I'm level 3 now. I think I need to get to level 4 before I can play with other real life people, which will be an interesting. I'm curious what that'll be like, especially how difficult it would be, because I know some of y'all are much more into card games in general than I have been. Like, it has always been a thing that appealed to me. Like, I like games that are like strategy focused and have like similar kinds of gameplay in like a non-card form. But I've played very few like either physical or like, you know, digital representation of cards types of games myself. So it's a little bit of a new experience for me. I missed a comment. Oh, Culinary said, I love my Subaru WRX STI, although it cannot travel through snow. Oh, that seemed like a problem for us here in Michigan. Honestly, our Fiesta, the street we live on, is kind of it's at the bottom of the ladder when it comes to getting plowed. So frequently there's just a lot of snow pile up that lasts for longer than I would like, and sometimes it struggles a little bit. Silver said, I didn't realize it was Friday until 2 hours ago. Oh no. Yeah, I thought it was like Saturday most of the day. Yesterday felt like Friday to me. All very confusing. But no, it is Friday today. Tomorrow is Saturday, and tomorrow I will stream again, which is extra weird. All right, let's put these little pieces on here. Oh, are these actually going to hold? I think these might hold the matrix of leadership in place. Culinary asked, built any custom decks yet? Yeah, I've built like I made some minor changes to my default deck, and then I built a second deck that's honestly not super different. I've only unlocked a couple different character cards. Noelle. What's the other one I got? Fischl. And Sucrose. Yeah. And then like Kaya and Diluc, I think. And probably Sucrose are also. Maybe even Fischl? I don't know. I think those are the character cards I have. And then I've purchased maybe 5 or 6 different like support cards. I forget what they're called. Jabberwocky says, I take public transportation to work. My partner has a car, which is nice to have as an alternative, especially to take the dog on vacation places far away. Yeah, like we live outside of Detroit, and the way this area is built up is, for the Motor City metro area, as you might expect, it's very much built for cars. Like, everything is spread out. There's not a lot of areas where you could like realistically get to where you need to without a car. There's, some amount of public transportation, but not great. So yeah, it's kind of a necessity here. I would love to, I don't know. It's complicated. I like living in this kind of area, but I would also love to live somewhere where I can just, walk up to the store and grab stuff I need. Yeah. Yeah, this does come with the Matrix of Leadership. We've also got an Energon Cube, Energon Axe, his, standard rifle gun situation, a jetpack, lots of little accessories. Yeah, Noelle was just like I bought one of like the little invitation things. I was like, I actually don't know which one I want to invite, so I just picked Noelle because like in the game I use Noelle quite a bit, so I was like, sure, I might as well go with that one. Where am I at here? So yeah, I did that. It was actually a pretty good challenge. But I managed to win and unlock her card that way. Surrogate family lives in Michigan. Nice. Yeah, I grew up in Michigan. Went elsewhere for a little while, and then just kind of came back here, and we just kind of stayed here. I don't know. It's fine. Like, my kind of feeling on like places to live is there's lots of places that are fine to live. I feel like we'll just stay here unless we have some specific reason to move somewhere else. I don't know. I do like, Michigan's got pretty like distinct seasons. We've got summer, fall, winter, spring. They're all very different. We get snow, we get nice hot days, but not like excessively hot in the summer. We don't have any particularly scary like natural disasters or anything like that come up very often. I feel like kind of the biggest threat is sometimes tornadoes, but it's a place. I like it. No major complaints. I think we're done here. Oh, shoot. Have I been missing facts, or is this the first one there was a little blurb right at the beginning talking about Optimus Prime. Okay, and this is the first one we've come to since then. But there's a little, like, I guess we're going to get these periodic Transformers info bits. Energon is the primary commodity for Transformers society, as it can be used for food, energy, and currency. Which is fascinating and weird to think about. But yeah, I mean, that checks out. Surrogate brother works for the Roush Racing Group over there. Oh, nice. I think the rest of them live over on the Grand Traverse Reservation, I think. Neat. We got all the seasons. Spring, fall, January, sludge. Yeah, that's about right. Not too many shark attacks here, fortunately. We're a ways from the Detroit River, so I don't think there's usually sharks in there. But they would have to make it a pretty good distance on land to get to us. So for now, at least, I think we're safe from shark attacks. Okay, I didn't even notice these pieces. Enhance. This is a piece I've never seen before. I'm guessing this is going to be like an arm joint or something, but I'm not positive. Very cool. Jabberwocky says, I used to live in Birmingham in the late 80s. Neat. I hear Zug Island is nice at this time of the year. What the heck is Zug Island? I honestly don't know if this is a joke I'm not getting or a real place I've never heard of. anything's possible. Do you get the lake effect? Chicago was so depressing and cloudy in winter. Yeah, we're way over on the opposite side. Like, I guess I don't know what the lake effect means exactly. Like, I feel like we get weather that is kind of related to lakes. You know, there's lakes all around us, so I'm sure they influence the weather in some way. It's an industrial facility near Detroit. Okay, interesting. What am I missing? Need some shiny little round bits. Some little red squares. Flat rectangle. I think that's all of it now. All right. Oh wait, I missed one. Space piece. Come on, get on there. Oh, okay. So I'm combining two of these. And two of these. And then this goes on here. And that goes on there. And then this is a neat little chunk we're building here. And then we top it off with this flat piece. And then that goes there. Cool. This is gonna be fun to see it all come together. I'm very excited. Okay, now I think we're gonna build basically the same thing for the other side. We're almost done with the first bag, which frankly is not a great pace. I think there's at least 10 bags. There might be 12 total. Okay, 10. But that's okay. We're having a good time. I think that's everything. Lego speedrun? Definitely not. This would be a failed Lego speedrun. Oh, I forgot the little joint bits. But that's an interesting concept. I wonder if there are people that do that. Like, on one hand, like, almost anything you can think of doing fast, I feel like there's probably someone that has thought, I will do this and try to do it really fast. On the other hand, I don't know that I've ever heard of anyone doing this with Legos specifically. think I did it right. Cool. Oh no. Galarian said, I truly regret picking up every available character story quest. That is the thing I've struggled with. This is referring to Genshin, to clarify for anyone. Unseeker Crush just walked in the room. She's been working on knitting a sweater.
If you can only see this part, it looks like most of a sweater, but actually it's 3/4 of a sweater.
It's a lot of a sweater, though. She's been working on that for a while.
Like, I knew it was going to be cropped, but it's maybe shorter than I would like, but also I don't want to unravel it and start over to make it longer. So, you know, I'll just have to buy more yarn and make another one.
Yeah, all right.
That's how knitting works.
Seems correct. 3/4 a sweater is a lot of sweater, indeed. I like the idea of a Lego speed run where someone steps on a Lego to get damage buffering. I love this concept. Okay, so now we need a couple of these. Some of these. Oh, right. We were talking about character story quests in Genshin. I have struggled with that because, like, I'm perpetually so behind on everything in Genshin, and when you have a story quest available, they love to put little badges on different things to, like, let you know that there's new content here or whatever. And in order to get rid of the badges, you need to unlock the story quests. But then if you do that, but you don't want to do the story quest yet, like, you set up these scenarios where you're just going to a place to do, you know, whatever you're trying to do, and suddenly a story starts happening. It's all very complicated. Also, just as I was feeling like I might be able to catch up on oh no, we lost it again. What the heck? One moment, please. The app hadn't crashed or anything. Troubling. You know, I'm just gonna... do that. Okay. We'll see if that helps or not. Heck, I keep getting distracted. Now I don't remember what I was talking about. Maybe I was done. All right, just Genshin. There's so much Genshin, and now they added this whole trading card game, and like, it's fun, but also if I keep playing the trading card game a lot, I'm never going to catch up on the story stuff and all that. Do you have to complete story quests to duel?
Okay.
Conflicts from quests in progress. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think so.
Do you want me to do something with these plastic bags on the floor?
I mean, you can move them out of the way if you want. I throw out the smaller ones, but keep the big ones. I think we're here. Oh, we get to assemble some little windows soon.
I'm procrastinating finishing the last side of my sweater because I fucking hate picking up stitches on a side seam.
Ooh.
Like, it looks fine, but while I'm doing it, I feel like it's just completely fucked up.
Okay.
An idea that I had, which, it's too late now because I already started saying it. Maybe it was better, something that we should have talked about between the two of us.
Ah.
Do you remember Pixelated Vika and her husband Jeff would do kitchen co-op streams where she was making something and Jeff was playing a video game?
I do remember that.
And they had, like,
that was fun.
Picture.
Yeah.
Well, what if I played Genshin? Like, not to do like story quests, but like my like material grinding and things like that.
This is a fascinating idea.
Something to consider for next week, perhaps. I thought of this mostly because the PlayStation 5 is most of the time now, these days, always set up in this room instead of in the living room with our good TV. If it was in the living with our good TV, then I could just play Genshin while you were streaming.
Right.
Although that might... Would that mess up the stream bitrate, or is that not a problem anymore?
No, I don't think that's an issue. Like, I don't think Genshin uses a ton of bandwidth. The only reason I was ever concerned about it was because we used to have everything on Wi-Fi.
Right.
So the fewer devices using Wi-Fi, the better. And the less likely something would get messed up.
Right.
But now that our important stuff is on an Ethernet connection, that's much less of a concern.
Cool.
Okay. Interesting. Two sides are different. Oh, this goes over here. Oh, okay. So we're just doing like one half of the front windshield, I think. Wait a sec. Oh, I got too many of those. That's why. I have an extra one. Okay, I think that's right. And then... trying to understand how this attaches. Oh, it attaches to this little hinge piece. Neat. Wait, what? Oh, I see. I skipped. Okay. 6:20 already. Honestly, don't know how long I'll go today.
I was wondering about that because I'm already hungry.
Oh, uh-oh.
I was thinking we'd have eggs and such, so
Okay.
that doesn't take very long to make.
Here, once I am done with this page here, I will take a break and then we can discuss that further.
Okay.
Oh, there are 2 of these. Okay. I thought there were only one of these little shiny pieces in this bag. I think those are all extra. Okay. Okay. Nice. And that's bag 1 complete.
Woo.
All right, so I'm going to take a little break here and then I'll be back in a few. Okay, so I'm gonna go for like another half hour. We'll wrap up for the night. Get started on bag 2, but we definitely won't finish it. Oh no! Oh no!
Disaster.
It's fine. I knocked down the Gundam toolkit, and it fell on some Legos, but I'm sure they're fine. I'm trying to find. There it is. I've got a couple of these cases full of spare Lego bits. Also, look at this. I love when companies just make up some weird little mascot to put on their packaging. It's great. Anyways, I got lots of little spare bits here, so we're going to put them in one of these compartments. And then we'll open up bag number 2. Claudia says, gotta go pick up the dogs from the groomer. Have fun building. Thank you, and thanks for hanging out. Fresh dog haircuts. Always a nice time. Ooh, one of these round pieces. Fun. Okay, so we're going to build this chunk here, which, okay, kind of goes behind what we just built. Throwing little bags on the ground. It's fine. I'll pick them up later. Okay. Oh, I thought this was a normal piece, but surprise, it's different. That's the one I want. And this. Okay, yeah. This almost looks black when it's not well lit, but definitely a blue piece. It's a nice color. That one is black, right? Yeah, okay. Do have when I was a kid, I had some of these I think they were called Technics sets, which had a lot of, like, you know, these kind of pieces, often much longer, and then these little axle type of pieces, and you'd often have like a fancy car. Like, I'm trying to think of good examples. Like, I feel like they often had oh right, like I had one set that had like working rack and pinion steering and stuff like that. They're much more advanced than your typical Lego set, but like these types of pieces were pretty common. But since this is a transforming set, I'm not surprised we're getting some bits like that in this one. What was I doing? That, and we need 4 of these. Wait. Are these wrong? Oh, okay. Okay. I grabbed 2 of the right pieces and 2 totally different but similar pieces. Need 2 more of this kind. There's one. There we go. Okay. And then that. Wait.
Troubles?
Did I do this wrong? Oh, I put these on backwards is what I did. Okay. These are all wrong. So yeah, some minor troubles, but it's fine. Okay. So we got that, and then they go on this way. Which apparently is just not what my brain wants to do with these. Okay. But now we can attach it to here. And everything looks correct. Okay. 4 of those. These pieces were also quite common in the Technics sets. Also tough to get in there. Okay. What is... Oh! I had a couple pieces in the under the previous page, so oops. I was trying to figure out why the page was sticking up here. Okay, here. Where are these? Oh, there's these. And then I need a couple more of those. There's one. Where's the other? Okay. Four of those, okay. Okay, so we're rotating this around like that. So does this Lego set transform? It does, Silver. Which is very exciting. Specifically, it transforms without any disassembly. So it's not like you're, taking pieces apart and reconfiguring them. Like it transforms, like you don't have to, pop anything off or anything like that. So it's a really neat design, and they also made an effort to keep it as simple as possible, so it's not a super complex transformation or anything like that. So I'm very excited to see how that all works in the end. Silver says, "Oh, that's really cool. Now I might need to buy this kit." Uh-oh. Okay, got this little like ball joint piece that goes in the center here. That might actually be where his head attaches.
Fascinating.
Could be. It's in about the right spot, and it makes sense that his head would be able to move around. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay, and those pieces are how this attaches to the rest of it. Interesting. So I think this kind of slides into this area here. And then these two. Oh, so this is actually, okay. Okay. Cool. So this can rotate now. So I think that's going to be part of the transformation process. Just rotating that around. Because, this is the front of the truck. Obviously, you don't want his head sticking up out of the truck in truck form. So it'll rotate out of the way. We got another little factoid on the next page here. According to the episode Thief in the Night, it takes 1,000 barrels of oil to make one Energon cube.
That's so much oil.
I think I remember this episode and piece of information.
We only have so much oil, Optimus Prime.
Right.
Get off of our planet.
I feel like that was kind of a big source of conflict. It was Energon's not super easy to come by on Earth. I wonder if they have one for Jazz or Soundwave. I think this is the only one they've done so far.
It only just came out this year, though, so that doesn't necessarily mean that they won't do others. I
would be shocked if they don't do at least one other at some point. Maybe they'll do a bunch. Also, there's another Transformers movie coming out. I can't remember when that comes out, but it wouldn't surprise me if, around then they had another set. Also a new game.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
That game that everybody watching the Wholesome Snack and Kenchika Game Awards stream last night was like, that's Transformers?
I remember having that reaction, but I can no longer remember any of the trailer.
It kind of seemed like it was a POV shot of some, there was a mechanic looking kind of guy. I wasn't paying super close attention to a lot of it. And then just at the end there was a Transformers logo. And it was like, alright.
let's talk about Transformers movies a little.
Yeah, let's do that.
So I remember being really excited when I first heard they were going to do like a live action Transformers movie. And I had a lot of ideas in my head about what that would look like exactly. I imagined, in particular, robot forms that looked a lot more like the classic G1 Transformers. Especially since, like, I knew that those were the, Transformers that would be in it. I feel like the designs they used were just way too complex. Mm-hmm. I guess apparently what inspired a lot of that design approach was like they didn't want any I think what they called it is mass shifting. So like they had in mind a certain size they wanted the robots to be. And then, obviously like a truck or whatever, we all know how big a truck is, right? So if you want to get from a truck form to a robot that's much bigger, either things have to like inexplicably grow in size or like things need to kind of separate apart in weird ways. So they chose the weird ways approach. And I personally was never much of a fan of that. It just like it looked too busy for me.
Yeah.
And then also like I was not really a fan of like the whole like approach to those movies. Like they're very comedy focused. It was like action and comedy and not the most cohesive storylines. It just like the whole like movies themselves like were kind of chaotic in a similar way to the Transformer designs. Anyways, they did that Bumblebee movie a while back.
It's very good and I recommend it, Silver.
Yeah. Which was much more along the lines of what I was always hoping for. Like it wasn't an amazing movie, but it was, it was a storyline that was simpler and just, much fewer like wild, out of place things happening. Like it was more focused. The robot designs were significantly improved. Obviously it focused on Bumblebee, but like a number of other Transformers made an appearance.
Also, John Cena was there.
Much improved designs. Shit, I barely even remember that.
I'm pretty sure that was him.
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
I will say, as a person who doesn't care that much about Transformers, like Transformers was never particularly important to me. I also found Bumblebee to be just legitimately a good movie.
Right. And then the new movie, I feel like it is a little more, there's a storyline that involves many more robots, so I'm a little concerned that the story won't be as focused, but definitely the robot designs are much better. Like the Optimus design is much more like I imagined when I first heard about a live action Transformers movie. So I'm crossing my fingers. I haven't really looked into like who is writing or directing it though, so I won't get my hopes up or anything. Val said how we're able to see him.
That's a John Cena joke.
Oh, okay. Right over my head.
I don't know why, but that's the joke about John Cena is that you can't see him. I do not know the origin of this joke. I have gleaned over the years that is the joke.
Okay.
That is the only thing I know about him, says Val.
Wonderful. And that. Thousand barrels of oil. I don't like. It's obviously a lot of oil, right? But I don't really have any concept of like
Like
what
how many barrels of oil is literally anything else?
you know what's a non-made up thing that you could do with 1,000 barrels of oil? Like, I don't know. Okay, one of those. Where's this longer piece I'm looking for? That's too long. That's too short. That's, well, we need that. Oh, I already got one of those. Never mind. I do need one of these. But there's this piece that's like six dots long. Where is it? It's probably right in front of me, but wait, did I already do that? No. Oh. I see what I did wrong. I used it in a spot where I was supposed to use this one. Oops. This is the danger of Lego streams, is there's too many different things to think about, and you gotta be very careful. No, I'm trying to find this. Oh, I already got that. I need this, and this. Okay. We got them all. Okay. Oh, I see. We're building like the roof of the truck. And now we're attaching it. Wait. Did I okay. I think it's okay. For a second I was worried I screwed something up, but I think it's okay. Okay. I think that's all lined up correctly. So let's snap onto there. And we've got... Okay. Yep. Good. Nice. We got some more joints on top. Okay. Is that right? I guess they have this cracked open. Okay. I see. Interesting. So they got these. Zoom in. These little. There's like a gap here, just because of the way this works, and then they got these little pieces to help fill in that gap nicely. Man, this set is cool. Ooh, another factoid. The original Generation 1 Optimus Prime toy was released in 1984 in the US. The design of the toy itself was originally named Battle Convoy. I see. Finishing off these pieces. Ooh, now we add some lights. Oops. Okay. Okay, so one goes there, and then single space between them. That looks right. Nice. Starting to look like something.
Looks like some robot titty.
I suppose it does. All right. So it's right about 7, and like we've completed a chunk of things. So I feel like this is probably a good place to stop. As much as I want to do, I'm tempted to do just a little bit more.
How many more steps to complete this bag?
Several.
Okay. I'm just wondering if it might be easier. Like, I don't see a lot of pieces.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to finish this section, that should be fine. That's no big deal.
All right. Never mind then. We'll keep going.
Food will not take long to cook.
Okay. It's eggs night.
It is eggs night.
So now we're building this little guy. Where does that go? I don't know. We'll find out when we're done. Or we could flip ahead and see where it attaches. Because I'm curious. Ah, okay. So this will go below what we just built. So it's like lower torso chunk. Oh shit, we got tires in section 3 coming up here. Tires. That'll be next week. All right, so we're starting off with blue pieces. Just one, okay. This dark blue color makes it harder to see what's going on. Okay. Okay.
Robots Friend says, I always have an especially bad sense of time when assembling things. It's just weird how long it takes to physically move things in space once you know where they should go.
I always have a really bad sense of time in every scenario. And that's why I'm always late for things. It's very easy for me to underestimate how long it will take me to do a particular thing, lose track of how long I've been doing something. Yeah, there's lots of time-related things that my brain has trouble with. This is not the right piece. That's the right piece. Now we need one of those. That's a fun piece. Okay, so now we're moving on to a different bit. I'm going to build this portion. Love 6-7, Lego my ego.
Technically 6-7 wrote Lego my egu.
Oh yes, excuse me. So another one of those.
Reminded of an episode of Andor now, watching Lego assembly.
Interesting.
You need a bunch more guys around the table though, right? For the episode I assume you're referring to?
I can't think of which Oh. In the prison? Is that what we're...
That's what I'm assuming. I could be wrong about what 6-7 is referring to specifically.
Multiplayer giant-size Lego set.
Yeah, the one with the
also,
table.
man, speaking of robots, the robot in Andor, B2 Emo?
I think so.
Hell of a good robot. Baltimore! Welcome. I was actually thinking I would get a chance to raid you when I was done, but I guess you beat me to it. Welcome, y'all. I hope you are doing well. I'm Robot Spacer, if you're new here. My wife Unsecret Crush is back there, and we're building an Optimus Prime LEGO set today. My usual thing is more gaming focused. I play a lot of adventure games. Usually on Saturdays I do like a lighthearted adventure game, and then on Tuesday nights I do some kind of spooky game that's often like adventure or mystery focused. I saw you were playing Hidden Agenda as part of your found footage series. I hope that's been fun. Thanks for doing that shout out. We've been, I think it was Jabberwocky that asked early on in the stream, best movie robot. So we talked about that for a while, and we just started talking about it a little again. If you have a favorite movie robot to share, please. Johnny 5, nice. That's a good one. Efton, great to see you. Did I miss anyone else coming in?
I don't think so.
Okay. ED209. I was gonna say, is that the robot from RoboCop, the evil one? Kane from RoboCop 2. That one's not ringing a bell. T800. Which one's? I know that's a Terminator robot, but I can't think of what model the T800 is. Arnie is T800. Okay. I thought that might be the case, but I wasn't sure. There's a lot of good robots, y'all.
Indeed.
How's the build been going? It's been going great. So this is pretty much everything we built so far. Let me get a little close up here. So this is, as you might be able to tell, it's finally starting to look recognizable. So this is like the upper torso of robot form, or the upper cab of the truck form, Optimus Prime. And then this opens up. Eventually we'll be able to stick the matrix of leadership inside his chest cavity. I think his head's gonna attach here, and this flips around, so in truck form his head can flip out of the way and then flips up in robot form. It's a pretty neat set, and I think his arms are gonna attach on here. Very exciting. Is there a unique part number for the Matrix of Leadership? I don't think so. Like, it's all part of the same set, and like it's assembled out of multiple pieces. So yeah, there wouldn't be a part number. Let's take a whoop. Bumped my camera there. Okay, so it's actually only a couple parts. Like, this outside part feels kind of familiar, but like I feel like that's probably something that's been around and has been used for other things, but I'm not sure what specifically. And we've also got we got Energon Cube, we've got Energon Axe, and of course his standard rifle. Okay. Where was I? Here. It goes on there. So Efton, I got my little reminder on my desktop here still. I have not forgotten. At the end of my last Obra Dinn stream on Tuesday, Efton redeemed my random access pixels reward, and oh, that's a cool piece. I got distracted by the game and then completely forgot until I went offline. But as long as you're still here when I finish up this bit here, we will do that once I have a more clear space to get out the book. Getting ahead of myself. Okay. Okay. And now we need the little axle piece. And is this it? Yeah. Okay. So this, we got a hole that goes through here, and then the axle piece goes through here. And then this goes on the other side to make sure it doesn't slide out. Oh, I missed some chat. Worst Transformer. Ooh.
Spicy.
Great question.
Who's just the most absolute dog shit Transformer?
Like I feel like there's got to be at least one Transformer that like was made up for one of the Michael Bay movies that is probably the one I would pick. But Rodimus Prime, wow. Whoa. Okay, interesting. I gotta say, personally, big Rodimus Prime fan. Earlier, I think it was Eden Waith that suggested that Optimus Prime is better than Rodimus Prime, which I think that's something I would agree with. But I like Rodimus Prime. Like, okay, I'm gonna narrow this. I'm gonna narrow your question down and try to think of like G1 or at least like early Transformers that I think are not great. Shit, honestly, I don't know. Like, I keep thinking of different ones, and I kind of think they're all great. Like, I don't know, take for example Starscream. Like he's a kind of a whiny little asshole, right? But I also kind of think he's great. So yeah, that's tough. But if anyone else has thoughts on this, please do feel free to share. I will do my best to think of other ones that might be possible answers, but I'm not coming up with a lot. Okay, so these go on here like this. There's an Optimus Prime that turns into a sneaker.
Whoa.
That sounds kind of cool to me. Okay, think I did that right. Oh, and then this attaches to the piece we previously assembled. So like that. It seems to be correct. Starscream is the best villain. I think that's a good take. Oh, interesting. So we've got this piece, and this piece. And this goes on here. Oh, uh-oh, I'm knocking things off. Oh no. This is kind of like, once I get this assembled, these pieces will, help hold everything together, but until then, it's a little tricky to keep it all in place. All right, there we go. Okay, so now we've got that, and then this goes on top of here. And it can just rotate. And like these ridges, I honestly think they're there just so it kind of makes a little noise when you turn it. Like it gives it a little friction and makes it's like it's a little bit of a transformery noise almost.
Wheeljack. Is Wheeljack a Bay invented transformer?
I feel like Wheeljack was around before then, but you know, I feel like the Bay variations on any given transformer are not really the same as the original.
Sure.
Redesign was crazy. Yeah.
I see.
I can't picture what that looked like exactly.
As I said before, I am not a Transformers person. I do not know the Transformers other than the big ones.
Oh, okay. Here's a fun game. What are all the Transformers you can think of?
All the Transformers I can think of. Optimus Prime, obviously. Bumblebee, obviously. Megatron, Starscream. These are all just ones that have come up recently.
Right. Like.
There's one that's an ambulance. What's he called? Shit. Red Alert? Is that a guy? Is Red Alert a Transformer guy?
As you were saying that, I was just thinking, oh, I wonder how many of these I would think of. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's the ambulance.
Okay.
But
there is an ambulance.
There might be a Red Alert. It's a Command and Conquer game.
RC, obviously.
Okay.
Of course I know the one girl.
I was just, like, once you listed off all the obvious ones, the first one I thought of was RC, and I was like, oh yeah, she's in the new movie. With a pretty well done design, I think.
Is Starscream the one that turns into a tape deck?
No.
Okay. Shit. Soundwave.
Yes.
I might be tapped out.
Okay. That's fair. I'm trying to think of. Do you know the name of the big planet eating?
Ultron.
Ultron.
No? Shit. I said that so confidently. That's a Marvel guy.
You're not super far off.
Huh.
But yeah, that's definitely like a Marvel guy and not a Transformer.
Unicron.
There you go. Nice.
This game is reminding me. Here's some deep Robot Spacer and On Secret Crush lore.
Ooh.
We met on a web forum in the early 2000s. And there was this other guy that was also on this forum, and I don't know why, but he seemed to have a problem with me.
Oh.
I think it's accurate to say that he cyberbullied me a little bit.
Was your, like, geek knowledge frequently questioned, or?
No, not just that. He was just kind of a dick.
Okay.
Like, he said mean things about my appearance based on almost nothing. But anyway, I think about this guy a little bit more than I ought to this many years later. But anyway, one time he got really pissed off that I knew anything about Transformers.
Oh.
Because I didn't deserve to know the answer to some kind of trivia question that I think had something to do with Unicron.
Oh, fascinating.
Yeah.
Did it have anything to do with Orson Welles?
Don't remember.
Okay.
I remember there was the Transformers thing came up. I said a joke about Unicron, probably because you told me about it or something. And then he was like, "Fuck you! How dare you? How dare you get this reference?" And then he probably called me fat.
Yikes, man. Don't cyberbully people unless it's the mayor. It's okay to cyberbully the mayor.
You can always cyberbully the mayor. It's always right to cyberbully the mayor. But, you know, don't call them fat.
Yeah.
Say they're bad at being the mayor. You don't have to make it personal.
Exactly. Yes. Oh, Ratchet. Yes.
Okay.
It's the G1 ambulance. First aid is the combiner. Okay.
We should find this guy, get him elected mayor, and then cyberbully. Maybe. Like, I don't want to belabor the point, but like, I worked as a pizza delivery driver at the time, and I made some extremely offhand comment one time about getting off work as a pizza delivery driver, and he first of all would say like, what's your pants size? And I, at the time, like, I was 19 or 20. I had no guile. I didn't realize this was a setup for a cyberbully. So I gave an answer. And then he was like, how many pepperonis did you eat off the pizza? And I was like, did you need to know my clothing size in order to insult me? Like, you could have just gone for that insult. Also, it made me very curious if there was a number I could have said where he wouldn't have gone for that insult.
You should have used metric to confuse you. Okay.
Anyway, this guy is why I'm weird about showing too much of my body on the internet.
Okay, we got a couple more pieces to attach. We're almost out of pieces here. We're almost done with was this bag 2 that we're on? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why that guy had such beef with me. I didn't ever do fucking shit to him.
Oh, actually, these other 3 pieces might just be extras. Okay, so now...
Pizza delivery in the age of cyberpunk.
So now we're attaching these things together.
A lot of chat came in all at once, plus one I had to allow, so I gotta catch up here. I also hope he grew up, Val.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I remember nothing about him that would help me, like, look up and learn if he ever grew up, but I hope that he did.
Oh, sliding off. Okay. So that's all assembled. And then we are rotating this upside down. And wait. Oh, okay. So I think what's going on here, like this is showing us how they go together, and then this is like a separate view where they're pointing out how this is where the axle piece goes into. So we got a little hole here, and inside here there's like a cross-shaped hole that it'll, you know, stay in place in there. But then, you know, we can't just do this because that'll happen. Okay. So that's the back.
You should see the amount of abuse I get from Steam people because I didn't create DLC for a board game they like. That's a very specific reason. Because you didn't create the DLC.
Wild.
Yeah, touch grass, nerds.
I'm trying to get this. Oh, there we go. Finally got it to snap in.
Right. Oh, I see. And uploaded the vanilla board game. Gotcha.
It's all secure, and it rotates. Look at that. Woo!
Wow.
So we got all kinds of moving parts here. This rotates 360 degrees.
When it's all put together, is he going to be able to spin like that?
I think maybe.
Nice.
Like, I think that's probably, like, turning this around is part of the transformation, most likely.
Grass doesn't get frequent enough updates. Dead game.
All right. Neat.
It's a whole part of a guy.
It sure is. We made pretty good progress. I'm very satisfied with this. So I got some a few more extra pieces to put away.
And importantly, you don't have any loose, unbuilt pieces to keep track of for a week.
Yeah, for sure.
Used to do game balance for an MMO, and I never read internet comments on my work. These are related. I can imagine.
Yeah. Okay, so guess I'll tuck the stickers in here as a bookmark, and let's review our progress. So this is split into 3 sections. We've done 2 out of 10. So if we keep up this pace, like it'll be about 5 streams, 5 weeks total to get through this, which is realistically what I kind of figured. As I discussed at the beginning of stream, my historical average is 2 Lego pieces per minute assembled on stream. So based on the piece count of this set, that would take me 4 weeks or about a little over 12 hours. But I'm not surprised. Things are so far going a little bit slower. It's fine.
You're framing your Lego building speed in terms of pieces per minute is just making me wonder if there are Lego speed runs.
I mean,
and you gotta improve your PPM, bro. Or do they call it their LPM, their Lego per minute?
Great question. Could be
brick per minute.
BPM.
Yeah, BPM, bricks per minute.
That's
you go.
That's ideal, right?
Now we're talking.
Okay, so as I mentioned a bit ago, Fton redeemed the Random Access Pixels rewards last stream, and now we're going to finally do that. Fton chose page 420, Blaze It. So that's the one we're going for. Nope, no peeking at these other pages. No one look. Okay, 420. Is this just going to be some text? Oh, no, it's not. Interesting. The Shiva. The Shiva was designed and developed by Dave Gilbert, who later went on to form Wadjet Eye Games in just 1 month. Unusually, it explores themes related to the Jewish faith, with Rabbi Russell Stone its protagonist. In a game without inventory puzzles, to solve a murder, Stone needs to talk to witnesses and meticulously study sources of information, such as a Yiddish dictionary. The player is limited to 2 actions, look and interact, which are mapped to the mouse buttons. The Shiva was re-released in 2013 and featured new graphics, new music, and re-recorded speech. Neat. I've come across this game while looking at the various Wadjet Eye releases, but didn't read about it too much. That sounds like pretty intriguing gameplay.
Yeah.
I'm curious if the original version is still available. I would almost be tempted to check out that version first just to see. Very cool. Thank you, Fton, for that redemption. Baltimore said, what did you think of what you saw of Whispers of Machine? Baltimore has been playing Whispers of Machine, and I have caught a bit of that. I actually first saw Whispers of a Machine when Silver Streak and OK Retro Zone played it. For a while they were doing a collab series called Quandary Quest. It took me a minute to conjure up that name. But that was one of the games they played. And I enjoyed it very much when they played it, and I'm still enjoying watching you play it. I assume you're not done with that. I don't think I've missed any additional streams of that, but I hope I'll get to check out some more. And it seems like there's quite a bit of like freedom in the way you approach things in that. I don't remember enough of Silver and Retro's playthrough to be able to like notice the differences. But oh, hey, Silver, back from helping the neighbor with some dog shenanigans. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're getting there with Optimus Prime here. This is actually in the wrong orientation. That's how it all goes. But we're getting there. We got lots of moving parts, which is cool. It's coming together. Cut off a finger instead of using a mold for the fingerprint. Fascinating. We went the more logical method. It gave us supervision. Neat. Okay.
I'm gonna slip away and start making dinner.
Sounds good. I'm just backing up here because I missed a couple messages in chat. This game has an excellent dialogue tree puzzle as brilliant as the Monkey Island sword fighting. I assume that's referring to the Shiva.
Yeah.
Neat. All right, yeah, I think I might have to check that out at some point. Interesting, you get different abilities based on your style in Whispers of Machine. Yeah. Very cool. So, schedule. Yeah, Kathy Rain is also on my list. Like, I feel like that's pretty high up there. But I've got so many games I want to play. So it says, yes, but ages ago before they did the director's cut, and I don't remember anything about it. Interesting. It's amazing. Wow. Nice. Yeah, there's so many adventure games I haven't played. Which is why, like, even like Sierra games, like back when I was regularly playing games, like I knew I missed out on a lot because, you know, all I had was a Mac at the time, and you know, some games never even came out for Mac, and you know, I couldn't even buy every game that came out for Mac. Because, you know, I was a kid. I had to beg my parents to buy me a video game. Do you think Optimus is in constant pain while his body is still in pieces? I don't wish to think about it. I think no. His head is separate. Like, I don't think he's like activated right now. I don't think he'll be aware of what is going on with his body until we have at least mostly assembled him. That's my opinion. Really want to go through Wadjet Eye's catalog, but I need to finish AI and initiatives and creature comforts. So many games, y'all. So many good games. What does deactivation feel like? I feel like it doesn't feel like anything, right? I feel it's like sleeping, but you're less aware. Might have a little tiny like hint of awareness at best. Attach his mouth and see if he screams. No, thank you. I do not wish to see that. All right. So I can't raid Baltimore anymore, so we got to find somebody else. We do have, honestly, too many options. Everybody streams on Friday, y'all. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. There's too many. I want to... Could we just raid everybody? We can't do that. I'm gonna tell you all about these streamers I would like to all raid at once. Of course, Nina Marie is wonderful. She's been playing Fallout New Vegas, which has been a ton of fun. Heck, Pleasantly Twisted is playing Chrono Trigger. IntelliGames has been playing Marvel's Midnight Suns. But I think I think the one I'm most drawn to, I was actually watching last night. A streamer named, I feel like I'm not remembering how to pronounce this correctly, Tuweja is playing the Dagger of Amun-Ra. And I watched a bunch of that stream last night, and it was very fun. Everyone go to their assigned streams. Yes, like if you choose any other stream, obviously that's completely fine. But this is the one we're gonna go on over to. If I can remember how to do a raid, I can't. So let's. What is happening here? Something else is going on here, but I assume it will turn into the Dagger of Amun-Ra eventually. Okay. Did I hit my schedule button ever? I think I did, but then didn't actually talk about it. So I'll be back tomorrow to continue The Wizard and the Princess on the Apple II, which has been a ton of fun. We'll continue Optimus Prime in a week. Unsecret Crush is going to continue Persona 3 on Monday. Tuesday, I'll play more Obra Dinn. And yeah, so many streams. Too many streams. But that's just going to be how it is for a little bit. Because I don't want to interrupt any of my regular stream days to build this Optimus Prime. So thanks for hanging out, y'all. I had a great time, and we'll see you around. Bye.